By order of the Council of the Keepers, you must come with us. Garrett, be reasonable. Logic dictates...
Leave.
But we must...
Now.
Has your wealth of knowledge grown so vast that you've lost all hunger for more? Is there no more trust between us then?
Let's make this fast.
My hand is copper, my brow is lead. Suffer me in a red patina swept along in a molten flow to a sad eternity. My stride interrupted, my thoughts untimed. My tears are become drops of silver that shatter the crystalline fern. I plead the wind to sweep us away.
Nice poem.
Not poetry, prophecy. The Metal Age is upon us.
I picked the gilded apple from the iron tree. I wipe the rust from my brow.
Iron trees? Not in my part of town.
Find the humor if you must. But can you tell me truly, Garrett, are there any trees in your part of town? I will answer for you. There are not.
Destiny and danger are still focused on the one, the renegade who is both brethren and betrayer.
Well, you got the danger part right anyway. Tell you what, you keepers can plant a few shrubs about town and I'll take care of me. I'll find my own way home.
You're a fool! Do you not understand what is at stake?
Did you not hear the interpreter's words?
Yes, Keeper Orland, he has heard. Do not despair. Let me go after him, alone. Not to persuade, but to leave the door open between us. One more moment, if you will, Garrett.
One moment.
You have trouble, my friend. Danger from someone who hired Truart to kill you.
Yes?
Then take this. The sooner you are done with your business, the sooner you will help us.
Don't count on it.
My heart it ceases, my breath undrawn, my eyes forever focused
on the sanguine metal
dawn.
I headed back to my safe house and kept thinking about the letter. I know they're trying to manipulate me, but keepers never alter the truth. Just keep it in the shadows. Besides, it's not like I got a lot of leads anyway.
If you seek the private knowledge of the sheriff, go to the Eastport Mechanist Seminary tomorrow night. With stealthy discretion, overhear what you may at a certain very timely meeting.
Looks like I have something useful to learn from a seminary for a change. There are 2 open towers and some back doors which might be helpful for getting in. The catacombs below the church could be another way in, but I'd rather not tread where the dead sleep. The meeting will most likely take place in some sort of conference hall. There's no guarantee that I'll even be able to get inside, but all I need to do is get close enough to listen at the door. I better pull this off quickly and find a new hideout before the bulldogs get my scent. This situation does have one advantage. Things can't get any worse. Who could hire someone like the sheriff to kill me?
Eavesdropping. Difficulty hard. The keeper's tips are your best lead, so you'd better be at the door to overhear the sheriff's conversation. It should start when the church bells toll midnight. You'll need to stay close to the door to ensure you hear every word. The Mechanists' seminary was once a Hammerite cathedral, so there's bound to be plenty of trinkets lying about. Still at least 1,000 in loot. Killing is the mark of an amateur. Don't kill any innocent bystanders. Once you're done, get back out by heading to the front gate. Hey everyone! Welcome back to some more Let's Play Thief 2: The Metal Age. Let's talk about these objectives before we go ahead and purchase equipment, and I can tell you a little bit about what I remember of this mission. So first off, it would be really cool if this mission was timed, and we need to kind of be at the door just as midnight tolls. But if I recall correctly, that's not the way this works. When we eventually get to the particular door and are outside of it, is when the bells will toll midnight, and we should stay there and lean into the door to listen to the conversation happening on the other side. So in other words, it's a proximity-based event, not a timed event. Although this says don't kill any innocent bystanders, I'm going to attempt to not kill anyone. Because, well, I don't like killing people if I don't have to. It was really tempting to put my sword through the screaming girl in the last mission. And we knocked her out. We didn't have to knock her out, but God, it felt so good just to hit her in the back of the head. Take that for screaming for no reason. I hate her so much. From what I remember about this mission, I remember that there are these towers, and we will be able to rope arrow into one of them to start, but we'll want to get into all the towers. The Mechanists are an interesting group, and we're about to see some of them. I believe there are two types of Mechanists. Ones that wield hammers, and I believe I think they might look like gears at the end of the hammers. And then there are ranged combatants. They wield these wrist crossbows, if I recall correctly. So they have some, well, as I mentioned, ranged combat this time around. Not just melee for this sect of the Hammerites. This is our first mission in which we will be seeing the mechanical enemies in this Thief series. Thief 2 had almost no undead in it. Just a handful of them, and I don't recall any of the ones that I had encountered creating any ruckus. Like, I don't think anything attacked me, if I recall correctly. Even though Garrett mentioned he doesn't want to walk down where the dead sleep, we've been in plenty of places where the dead sleep, Garrett. You had no problems with that before. And I don't remember them being hostile in this mission either. Though I don't have a good recollection of that basement area of this cathedral. In any case, the theme of Thief 2 Metal Age is metal. And the mechanical enemies are much more, well, not as frightening in the terms of terrifying looking. They are an uncaring enemy and very powerful. You're going to see some of what we have to avoid. And if we have to actually fight them, that can go bad for us very quickly. They are very difficult enemies. We'll talk more about them when we see them. And I think that's it. So let's go ahead and get started. This sounds like it's really quiet to me as well, everyone. Hold on. I think I might still have this lowered from the mission, the jail mission. I'm gonna go check my voice really quick. I'll be right back. It sounds like it's coming out okay to me. So if things are bad, I guess I'll find out after I've recorded the first episode. Let's go ahead and take a look at our equipment. So Garrett's armed with a decent loadout for assaulting a cathedral. 10 moss arrows, 15 water arrows, 3 ropes, a healing potion in case we take any damage, some flares, some scouting orbs, and enough arrows to defeat an army. Broadhead arrows, that is. I do wish the game wouldn't give me so many broadheads. I don't understand what I don't really like broadheads very much, although I do view them as the poor man's noisemaker. So, and if I stop to think about it realistically, they're more useful than noisemakers in my opinion. since they don't go bouncing around awkwardly and possibly leading enemies directly to me. So I guess I shouldn't complain about having so many of them. They're free anyway, so I just wish instead of 35 broadheads, I had 20 broadheads and 15 more flares, but we don't, so be it. Alright, so what are we buying? So it's a cathedral, so I'm expecting there to be plenty of metal and tile. Metal because this is a Mechanist cathedral. Tile because it's a cathedral. So let's go ahead and buy some moss arrows. We'll buy 5 more moss. I think I will buy this invisibility potion. Doesn't leave much money left. But this is guaranteed I won't be detected. And that could be extremely handy. I probably should actually set up hotkeys to quickly access my potions now. I'll do it in the before the next episode, though. And let's also purchase, well, water arrows. Do we need water arrows? Mechanists don't seem like the type to be fans of normal torches. They most likely will have mechanical lights. We could take 4 moss arrows, 2 water arrows, and grab a speed potion. Let's do this instead, Tim. Let's do this. 1 speed potion, 1 invisibility potion, 4 moss, and 2 water. 18 bucks left is not enough to purchase anything else. And let's go into the mission. You're kidding me.
I tell thee, for thou art my friend, that I wish the children of Karis were more mild seeming.
Thou'rt not the first to be afeard of them, for their visages wont to strike terror into the enemies of Kalas, or those who might consider them enemies.
Well, and it might, for it near strikes terror into mine own heart.
Thinkest thou thine own soft body of leaky...
You're kidding me! Holy... Oh my god. Alright, we're just gonna redo this. If the game's not gonna let me mantle and eject me from that parapet. Oh my god. Alright, speed potion, invisibility potion. And I was seen somehow right when the mission started. That's just awful. Alright, let's do this again. Oh, it's with great restraint that I don't curse at this. Alright, this is a much better beginning. I hate you so much, game. Alright, so let's take a look at the map. Well, it is a very detailed map. Well, is it? Not so detailed that we don't see what's inside the structure itself. But we have an idea where the barracks are, in case we want more supplies. And we see where we have to go. Listen at one of these doors. Not much is really known about the interior of the Mecha Seminary, other than where the acolyte and barracks, acolyte quarters and barracks are. Danger in the catacombs in 3 different locations. This tells me maybe there are haunts or undead down here. I don't remember there being undead down here. I don't remember there being any dangerous undead in Thief 2. I guess we'll find out. I have a hunch we're going to have to head down into the catacombs at some point. And this is an old Hammer Cathedral, but it is not the haunted cathedral to my recollection. Doesn't feel like it is to me either out front. Alright, so we heard some mechanists talking around the corner there. So I'm going to want to not go that way, because I do not want them to go on patrol. And let's go this way instead. I do see the wood on those towers, but it doesn't sound like that guard moves from her patrol, so we'll just leave her there. The text down below makes it sound like there's a prisoner somewhere.
I'll find out what that noise was.
I didn't think gleaning would actually... God, what this thing is saying is so awful.
Death is the only thing left now. Can this go on? How can this go on? Someone kill me. Please, no more. No more, please.
I don't know. I don't think that's one of the doors we need to listen at. I think it's a different door. We can listen at the door now. I think that might be best to get that objective completed. Oh, although we're not going around this way. It looked as if we should be able to do so, but we can't. There's a wall in the way. I guess there's one here too. This arrow is pointing over it. I do not think we can put an arrow into the branches of this tree. Seems like there should have been a secret here to move this tomb. But I don't see anything. An ancient hammer. I have a hunch we're going to want this for some reason. I don't know why we would take it at the moment. That does look a bit like the first hammer that Garrett had taken an age ago from the Hammerite temple in the city. There is a haunt or something around here, based on the text we see scrolling. That was the area that the tomb I think we were in. We're now in this section. And that would be one of the doors we have to listen at. I want to wait here just a bit until I see that one patrolling guard pop up, and then we can cross to listen at the door. Actually, I guess we might be able to go now.
Better not disturb them. I can hear the meeting just fine from out here.
Behold, Sheriff Truitt, from the lowly street rat emerges the loyal worker, that which I call the servant.
This is one of the tramps I delivered to you? The transformation is spectacular.
And neither want nor worry has he.
Lucky fellow. Strange you should mention worries, Garrett, because I do have one. It's not that the money's not right, no, it's just that I need to be convinced you've taken the proper precautions. The Truitt name is untainted by scandal, and I will not be the one to bring it humiliation and ruin.
Trust thee in me, for 'tis the builder himself who guides me, and the Baron need never know.
Yes. I'm glad your builder guides you, but it would make me feel even more confident if you were to let me in on your whole scheme. Come now, what's the crux of it all, eh, Garrett? Show me what's so special about your new servants.
'Tis impossible to hide anything from you, good sheriff. I will give thee full explanation then, in the form of a demonstration. The visual in this instance would far surpass any verbal elaborations I could relate, but I must ask thee to step away from the masked servant, that's right. And meanwhile, I will retrieve our volunteer, a most unfortunate gutter snipe who waits just outside. Come, come, gentle beggar, and stand thee just there, next to the masked man. Yes. Now, All is in readiness, so keep thine eyes on the new arrival, whilst I signal the servant. Thusly.
My word! The mask emits a red vapor!
Continue thy observations to it.
But it consumes them! We are in peril!
Fear thee not, stout sheriff, for we are safe at this distance. See, already the reaction ceases.
They are gone! And what remains in their stead? Sand? No. Rust.
Indeed, 'tis very much like rust, and harmless once settled. Brother Fegan, I pray thee, do sweep up what is left of those two.
Yes. A weapon, then! Quite fantastic and monstrous. Of course, you'll keep these servants you're making away from me and my men?
Thou need not even ask.
Then we are in agreement. You need subjects for your servant project, and I can supply them. Vagabonds, street scum, prostitutes, those who will not be missed by anyone of consequence. They'll be rounded up, charges invented, etc. Still, there's always risk. So I will give you 20, no more. For your part, you'll remember to keep our transactions absolutely secret. And of course, deliver my payment in advance, in full, tomorrow. I don't trust you, Garrett, so you'll receive the subjects only after I confirm the payment. Well, our business here is finished.
Yes. Very well, Stuart. Now see, friends, with the builder's efficiency, I have completed 2 tasks with but 1 effort. Firstly, I did secure 20 subjects to be transformed into servants, as you heard. And secondly, I secured the loyalty of the wary Sheriff Stuart. Yes, his loyalty. Stuart fears scandal. Yet his actions of late could bring him that or worse, if ever made public. Now, behold my wax cylinder machine. I've used it to capture the sheriff's very words, even as they moved through the air today. Hearken, friends.
And I can supply them. Vagabonds, street scum, prostitutes, those who will not be missed by anyone of consequence.
With his voice thus preserved, Stuart dare not betray me, or he'll have the scandal he fears so much. Brother Fegan, thou wilt see to it that this wax cylinder machine gets safely to the bank on the morrow. You will find the safety deposit box key in the Acolyte's quarters. Friends, we are adjourned. Return now to your duties.
I'd like to get a copy of that key myself.
Let's quick save here, everyone, so we don't have to listen to that conversation again. Find the deposit box key and make an impression of it in wax. Steal at least 1,000 in loot from the Mechanists. Don't kill any innocent bystanders. When you're done, return to the front gates. So we need to have a mold and then press the key into the mold to get a copy of it, and then have that mold filled so we can create the key. This is going to probably require us to find a workshop to do that in. Thankfully, we know where one is. Down here. So we're going to have to go down into the workshop. Now, as for this building, to my knowledge, you cannot get into it, and there is no key to let you into this structure either. For that matter, we cannot see Karis in this episode either. guard who walks out here briefly from downstairs. Yes, the tip of their hammers are actually gears, forming a very vicious-looking mooring star. Since we're here, why not open up this door? That is one of the servants.
Strange. I wonder what kind of work the Mechanists do here.
It would look like this can open, and I think it can. I cannot remember, though, where the switch is located. I see no keys nor levers here either. Interesting that you hear it crying for help. And yet it has a different voice when it is following the logic that's been programmed into it. We're going to want to look for that secret in that room, but we can attempt that later. I want to stay here for a bit and see if anyone walks into this room to the door I just opened. I think we are here, outside the Acolyte's quarters.
What noise there that softly calls?
Not a noise that softly called, but a door that very visibly opened. Sure, that goes outside, but to the back, where that one staircase had been. That must go down into the catacombs. I want to see where he goes next. I have a hunch. He walks down that stairs, up that one, then outside. So when he goes outside, we'll enter that room. Everyone, watch your eyes. Here we go. He's not here long. I don't think he goes down these stairs. Master Gaspar, thy name was mentioned to our Lord Karras as one who might be welcoming to the future. Perhaps thou hast heard of the Mechanists, but thou may be confusing us with our hoary forebearers, the Hammers. Where they spurned thou and thy kind, the Mechanists embraced those with a voice in the city's future. Perhaps thou might attend a sermon at Angel Watch. There be many wonders we would be happy to show thee in our workshops. Friend Tickspring. Those the Hammers rejected being accepted by the Mechanists.
Wrong key. Wrong key.
I'm guessing that key then doesn't open anything. Oh, that's interesting. The key must be in a random spot. We learned it was in the Acolyte's quarters. So maybe this will bring us there.
I better come back here and replace this key when I'm done with it.
I think that was the guard walking back inside. The door shutting was the guard walking back inside from being outside. Okay, Acolyte's quarters and barracks both searched. I was going to bring the key back here anyway, even if it wasn't a requirement, because it wouldn't make sense to me to be able to escape with it. We're not here to steal the key, because then why would Karis drop off that item? I can't tell where he is, so we need to wait here until we hear the door above us open to guarantee that he's not about to open that door as we do. I think he just walked into the barracks, but I'm going to wait. Better safe than sorry. Let's stay here a bit and see if there's any patrol that walks near that gaslight. We learned that gaslights can be relit by guards, and if one walks very close to it, I think the Mechanists would relight it.
A pox upon it! Never shall I finish my design. The springs and gears conspire and confound me.
Calm, friend, calm. On the morrow, let me come by thy workbench and help thee untangle things.
I would be most grateful, couldst thou help?
'Tis nothing. Think on it as the copper and tin mingle to make the stronger bronze. So dost we each mingle and flow together in Karis' forge to make stronger as well.
Thou art wise.
'Tis Karis who is truly wise. His bounty and the machines we construct shall help all of humanity in the coming times, and all shall know his wisdom.
I will be glad to have this wretched task behind me that I might move to a more profitable position.
Interesting. I wouldn't have thought guess it makes sense. The Mechanists have different pay depending upon their standing. That is one of the mechanical creatures we will need to be contending with. It is extraordinarily difficult, read impossible, to knock out one of these things with a blackjack. And I think it would be thematic if we don't touch it at the moment.
It's no big secret that the Mechanists are the ones supplying Sheriff Truart with those machines.
But we should read that paper, which will tell Garrett how to actually disable these, should the need arise. Friend Cultist, recent experiments have confirmed my fears. Mere water can indeed halt the builder's children. If a significant amount of moisture pools in the aft boiler, the result is complete paralysis. The weather has been agreeable as of late, but if a thunderstorm were to strike... Cultists, I task you with fixing this problem immediately. Water poured directly into the boiler may shut the children down, but you must at least be competent enough to protect them from a simple rain shower. Father Karras. Since this child likes to wander around, we should disable it, as it will let me show you how it works. I am going to need, however, for it to present itself as a viable target first. That would be a good spot to do it, but I want to get him as he's walking down this hallway. A water arrow fired directly into their boiler will disable them. They cannot, to my knowledge, be restarted once they are so disabled. The little ones have no weaponry. Instead, if they detect you, they will run and get assistance. They are effectively the innocents of the machines, as it were. Friends, if thou wouldst make a mold, press thine item into the wax press. Such impression being made, use the putty knife to scrape away the top layer of wax. Use this method, friends, to make molds of most small articles, keys, cogs, gears, springs, and the like. To create the tool of hardened steel, give thy mold to brother Mendelus, whose place it is to work with the fires of the forge. Cultus. Okay. That should do. Now we just have to bring the original key back. Thankfully, the location is not so distant. I think it randomly chooses a key. Yes, it must. Would have been really handy if the key we needed was right here in the same location. I like when games do that. It means that you can't be guaranteed to know where to go when the mission starts. This is a bit dangerous. I don't know where those two mechanists went to. We will assume that they didn't go to the barracks, though, and go into the room that one gentleman went into as soon as he walks outside. It's not the barracks room it goes in. It goes into the acolyte's quarters. Good thing you didn't take that other key, or you would have been really confused right now. What's left now for us to do is loot. This is probably a mistake, but we're going to go down into the catacombs. If we can. The haunts now actually have hammers, not swords as weapons. A healing potion. We are here in this room. We can kill haunts with actual arrows. It will take about, I think, 8 of them to do so, so we weren't detected when we shoot the first one. We should watch him do a patrol, because if he goes all the way down there and like makes a left, that will tell me if this map is accurate, because maybe, oh, it makes a left and then walks back out of a different passage. That will hint that these things are looped, and we can follow behind him. As opposed to if we were to move right now, we would have to go immediately. We would have... Okay, so he makes a left. Comes from the same location. A holy symbol. We can hold on to it. I don't know why we would want this. At least on this difficulty level, there is no reason for us to keep it. We are down there. before we head up that ladder, which probably leads us here, I would like, well, maybe we should go up there now. We can always head back down into the catacombs later. We'll go up. I think everything there is waiting for us to approach to begin its patrol. There's a conversation to be happened there. The big thing there, with the steam coming out of the back, is one of the actual battle machines Karis has created, and is a great deal more dangerous than the little ones are. That chest is from the Lost City. Another hint that the Mechanists have been down there. Okay. Let's try wrapping up the catacombs. When the chains go away, we'll head downstairs. Assuming we can hear chains from up here, which I think we can. That didn't work at all. I never learned what creates a haunt. must be something that it failed to do or did in life, which has caused it to endure this type of punishment. Threw this at an awkward spot. But we should be safe where we are. Okay, so that's an entering room we're in. I want to watch him, because if he comes out of that door, and that archway, and not this one, then this loops, like this hallway connects to that one somehow. Which means that we should follow him. There were 3 dangers written on the map, which hints to me that there are 3 haunts down here. The Mechanists are not loved by these creatures, apparently. Then again, nothing is. The catacombs searched. Maybe this holy symbol was used in the chapel as well. I hope so. It'd be nice to return it, even if the Mechanists have taken over this church.
Just a boiler, yes? Or perchance something worse?
He's not pivoting his position at all. Let's stay here for a bit and see if there's anyone else on patrol in this place. I'm a little worried that that ridge he has on his back will stop us from being able to knock him out. Okay, he doesn't move at all, which is good. But we're not crossing this room without him seeing us.
And without the cause, the gear hath no tune. Thus spake Caris.
We will try for this.
No noise now, Builder be blessed. A noise? I'm as sure of it as the Builder himself.
I'm sure he'll be safe down here. As long as he's a quiet sleeper. Can barely make out the person all the way on the far side of the chapel. I do want to stay here for a bit and see if there's anyone who walks through these doorways. I don't think so. We were standing in the other doorway for a while watching the guard. So I think it will be safe. Okay, looks like it's safe. Psalm 13. When thou art born. When thou art born, thou art blind and weak and squalling. So is the ore, weak and crumbling, when it is pulled from the earth. Stroke thy forge and burn away all impurity.
These mechanists are just as bad as the hammers.
I think we'll find out they're quite a bit worse, and I don't know if they're necessarily bad. That text didn't have anything really wrong with it.
I think my work here is done.
Not yet, Garrett. We can explore a little more. I would like to. Though I suppose there's not much else down here on the first floor from what we've seen. But we have those towers, and the second floor, and third, arguably, to still explore. Oh, we've been here before. So on our map, that's this area. So the other door must lead back outside. It might be easier for us to climb the towers using a rope arrow than to attempt to climb up the stairs, given the patrol we've heard, and that the stairs are entered from the other side of the cathedral. In which case we should go this way. We know there is a guard up there. We could try something a little tricky to avoid activating the group down that passage by walking close to the other tower. If these two towers are connected, and I seem to remember that they are, we can jump here, which will get her to run downstairs to reach this place. And by the time she does, we can be up and away. I seem to remember hearing a door open up here. So I want to wait until that happens, and the guard who patrols through that door leaves before we begin the process of doing this. Okay, let's give this a go.
If someone be there, then bespeak thyself.
Game, please stop selecting the key. Please. It will take her some time to get down there, and she will walk back up.
Shall find. Twas but a rancorous wind sent to trouble my
Week 23. Lord Basil, 6 crates wool, tweed. Send spiral lamp lighter. Lord Wilkinson, 300 gold. Send clockwork picture tray. Lord Toby, 1 crate paper. Ignore. Brian Masterson, 1,500 gold. Will send maxed servant. Gordon Truitt, goodwill. Sending clockwork spy cameras. Lord Winhill, 1 crate fine wire. Send 1 spiral lamplighter. Lord Basil, 2 crates lamb's wool. Send clockwork picture tray. Lady Waterdyke, 16 crates flour. Will send maxed servant. Lord Toby, 4 crates paper. Send spiral lamplighter. Lord Thompson, 200 gold. Send rotary polisher. Arthur Whitcomb, 2 flowering bushes. Ignore. Lord Thorburn, 2 crates tin ore. Send clockwork spy cameras. Looks like it's a tit for tat that they have here. They get equipment that they want or need. They send something back to those people as a thank you. That was lucky. We're gonna stay here a bit and see if that guard's on a circular patrol route. That's a different guard there. I guess we can take a watch what that guard's doing as well. The other one wasn't carrying a mace. I think she was an archer. So he comes up those stairs. And he is walking this way. Oh, no, that can't be the same guard. Maybe it is. Oh, there's two of them. There's two of them on patrol, evenly spaced. If I want to search what's around that corner, we're gonna... yeah, she walks over there, and then she walks downstairs. I don't think it's worth it. Whatever's over there can stay there. Let's take our leave after we listen to that conversation. And make sure that we don't kill ourselves if the rope barrel rejects us.
I tell thee, for thou art my friend, that I wish the children of Karis were more mild-seeming.
Thou'rt not the first to be afeard of them, though their visage is wrought to strike terror into the enemies of Karas, or those who might consider becoming enemies.
Well, and it might, for it near strikes terror into mine own heart.
Thinkest thou thine own soft body of leaky flesh and wheezing gases is glorious to the eyes of the builder? Nay, 'tis thy soul that is the only thing of any worth. So 'tis with the children of Karas, for they are the blessed and immortal heirs of the builder, while I am now
The flesh is imperfect, it is unclean, but putrefied, and I am forged in the man's image without flesh.
What a fool. Karas would be well rid of that one.
Oh no, did we accidentally completed it? Okay. Well, it's too late. It's done. I wanted to go back and knock out the servant and search that chamber. I think we could have found how they were being created in the secret basement there, but we missed it. How we do? Oh, we left 1,000 gold in this mission somewhere. Wow. I thought we searched nearly everything and there wasn't anything left in this place. It was just another very low loot level location, but that wasn't the case at all. Okay, well, so be it. Oof, not very good for the next one, but we won this one without getting detected and without really spending a whole lot of money. It's just I won't have the option to spend a whole lot of money in the next one either. But that's it. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care, everyone.